This is a very unique airplane. It's an Arcus jet. Started life as a Schempp Arcus, a regular but very nice motor glider, and was converted to turbine power.
AOPA keeps flying safe, accessible, and fun by protecting your freedom to fly. We are the most trusted one-stop resource for all things related to general aviation. Become an AOPA pilot today.
The best part about this glider is it acts like an airplane. So you can pull it out of the hangar, taxi down the runway, fly out of Class Delta Airport inside the DC SFRA. Then once you get out, 2,000–3,000 feet above the ground, you can turn the engine off and go be a glider for the day. It's got 2 wings and a tail, flies like the rest of them, but very well harmonized. When the engine's off, it's very quiet, no headsets, you just talk, very smooth. And for an airplane with a 20-meter wingspan, it's a lot sportier than you would think. You know, normally most people fly gliders during the day, staying up on thermals or ridge, but this one's uniquely equipped as well to fly at night. So it has special night vision goggle coatings on the instruments and position lights as well. So there's different types of lift. During the day, most people think of thermal soaring, where the sun heats the ground and the ground heats the air around it, and then the hot air rises. At night, you still have ridge and wave, and sometimes even convergence, which are, for example, if you have a ridge, the air hits the ridge, goes up one side, back down the other. But if you go on that upside, you can go real fast for a long distance. And similarly, there's wave, which allows you to fly up to very high altitudes, into the stratosphere. Normally, I can get all the way home with soaring flight, and I start the engine just at the airport on base so that I can taxi back. Most of the time, you're not using the engine. It's nice to have, though, if you're far away and you can't find some lift to get home. I've flown this one just under 18,000 in wave. I haven't done too many long flights yet. Need some better weather for that, but on the order of 800 kilometers, and hoping to do some longer endurance flights at altitude. So big ridge and wave flights pushing 24 hours and see how far we can go. 3,000 to 4,000 feet of runway is pretty comfortable. Normally you actually do your best climb at about 80 knots, and that'll give you something around 1,000 feet per minute. Once you're up and away and you turn the engine off, if you want to go best glide, you can do that at a 50-to-1 glide ratio. So every foot you go down, you can go 50 forward. So coming into Manassas, you can start 30 or 40 miles out at 4,000 or 5,000 feet and make it back to the airport without starting the engine. It's no surprise that glider manufacturers aren't experts at propulsion integration, but the turbine really simplifies it. It's so much smoother than most of the typical 2-stroke, 2-cylinder engines on motor gliders that it's really much nicer to the airframe and a lot more reliable. No hard numbers that are out there, but anecdotally the reliability is orders of magnitude better. In many respects, it combines the best of both worlds, right? It gives you the flexibility and freedom to go fly when you want, the performance of a really nice high-performance sailplane, but also the challenge and mental game of chess that it is to fly gliders. What I love most about the aircraft is the ability to soar, right? I love glider flying at heart. It's a real challenge to figure out how to fly, and the fact that you can do it whenever you want is really powerful.